Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have boundless energy while you're struggling to make it through the afternoon without a third cup of coffee? I spent years in that exhausted cycle until I discovered these research-backed habits that genuinely changed my life. No extreme diets or 5 a.m. workouts required. Just practical changes anyone can implement. B5. B41. Quick teaser. Discover how a simple 2-minute morning ritual helped me ditch afternoon fatigue. The surprising beverage that outperforms coffee for sustained energy, and the counterintuitive sleep hack that revolutionized my rest quality. I remember the exact moment I hit rock bottom with my health. It was a Tuesday afternoon, and I was staring blankly at my computer screen, desperately trying to focus on an important work presentation. My third coffee of the day sat half empty beside me, no longer providing the jolt I needed. My eyes felt heavy, my thoughts foggy, and a familiar headache was beginning to pound at my temples. Is this just what getting older feels like? I wondered. At 37, I was exactly in my twilight years, but compared to my energetic 20s, I felt decades older. The constant fatigue, the weight gain that seemed to happen overnight, the aches and pains that had no business bothering someone my age. It all felt like an inevitable decline. That evening, after canceling dinner plans with friends because I was simply too exhausted to socialize, I decided enough was enough. Something had to change. I wasn't willing to accept that this depleted version of myself was my new normal, but I tried and failed at enough health kicks to know that extreme approaches weren't sustainable for me. What followed was a year of methodical experimentation with evidence-based health habits that were actually manageable in real life. Not the Instagram-worthy health routines that require 2 hours of morning rituals before dawn, but practical changes that fit into my busy schedule. What surprised me most wasn't just that these habits improved my energy. It was how quickly some of them showed results. Let me share the 10 most impactful changes that transformed my health, backed by scientific research and verified through my personal experience. The hydration revolution. It sounds almost too simple, but proper hydration was the foundation of my energy transformation. I wasn't just mildly dehydrated. Studies show up to 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated. I started each morning with 16 ounces of water with a pinch of sea salt for electrolytes before my coffee. This simple habit improved my morning alertness more effectively than caffeine alone. Research from the University of Connecticut found that even mild dehydration, as little as 1 to 2% of body weight, significantly impacts energy levels and cognitive function. Protein-first breakfast. For years, I started my days with what I thought were healthy choices, a bagel, fruit smoothie, or granola. Switching to a protein-rich breakfast, at least 25-30 G, stabilized my blood sugar and eliminated the mid-morning crash. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that high-protein breakfasts reduce hunger hormones and prevent blood sugar spikes that lead to energy crashes. My go-to became scrambled eggs with vegetables and a side of Greek yogurt, providing sustained energy until lunch. Strategic sunlight exposure. Within days of beginning to spend 10 to 15 minutes outside within an hour waking, my sleep quality improved dramatically. Morning sunlight exposure sets your circadian rhythm, signaling your body to suppress melatonin production during the day and release it appropriately at night. Stanford University research confirms that morning light exposure improves sleep onset by an average of 83 minutes. Better sleep translated to more energy throughout my day. The 3-minute movement break. Every hour during work, I began taking a short movement break, just enough time to do 20 air squats, 10 desk push-ups, or a 1-minute walking lap. These micro workouts kept my energy from plummeting during long periods of sitting. Research from the University of California found that brief activity breaks significantly reduce the negative metabolic effects of prolonged sitting and boost cognitive function. Strategic caffeine timing. Instead of reaching for coffee immediately upon waking, I learned to delay caffeine consumption until 90 to 120 minutes after waking. This works with your body's natural cortisol rhythm rather than against it. According to neuroscientists at the Sleep and Circadian Neuroscience Institute, consuming caffeine when cortisol is naturally high creates greater caffeine tolerance and reduces its effectiveness. By waiting, I got more benefit from less caffeine. The afternoon plan paradox. At 3 p.m., When energy typically crashes, I replace sugary snacks with a combination of leafy greens and healthy fats. A simple kale salad with olive oil and avocado provided nutrients that support mitochondrial function, your cellular energy factories. Research in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry found that this combination helps maintain steady energy levels by supporting cellular metabolism without spiking insulin. Breath work before decisions. When facing mentally taxing tasks, I incorporated a 2-minute box breathing session. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. This simple practice increased oxygen flow in my brain and activated my parasympathetic nervous system. A Harvard Medical School study confirmed that strategic breath work improves cognitive function and decision-making ability by reducing stress hormones that impair thinking. The social connection effect. I prioritize at least one meaningful social interaction daily, even on busy days. Whether a 10-minute phone call with a friend or lunch with a colleague, these connections prove vital for my mental energy. Research published in the American Journal of Public Health shows that social connections influence our health as much as adequate sleep, good diet, and not smoking. Digital sunset protocol. I implemented a strict screens off policy 90 minutes before bed. The blue light from devices suppresses melatonin production, but the emotional stimulation from content is equally disruptive. A study from Brigham and Women's Hospital found that using light-emitting devices before bed delays the onset of REM sleep, reduces alertness the following morning, and disrupts circadian rhythm. Better sleep translated directly to better daytime energy. The weekly nature reset. Every weekend, I committed to spending at least 2 hours in nature, whether hiking, gardening, or simply sitting in a park. This practice, known as forest bathing in Japan, reduced my stress levels and improved my mental clarity. Research in environmental health and preventive medicine found that time in natural environments lowers cortisol, blood pressure, and sympathetic nervous system activity, all factors that drain energy when elevated. The cumulative effect of these changes was nothing short of transformative. Within 3 weeks, my afternoon energy crashes had all but disappeared. Within 2 months, I was waking naturally before my alarm, feeling refreshed. 6 months in, friends and colleagues regularly commented on my improved mood, focus, and vitality. What makes these habits powerful isn't just their individual benefits, but their synergistic effect. Each supports and enhances the others, creating an upward spiral of well-being rather than the downward spiral I have been experiencing. The beauty of this approach is its accessibility. These aren't changes that require special equipment, expensive supplements, or hours of your day. They don't demand superhuman willpower or drastic lifestyle overhauls. They're simple adjustments to activities you're already doing. Sleeping, eating, breathing, moving, just optimized based on how your body actually works. As I reflect on my journey from chronic fatigue to abundant energy, I'm struck by how these changes have improved not just my physical health, but every aspect of my life. With more energy comes greater productivity, deeper relationships, and a more positive outlook. The mental clarity that accompanies physical well-being has helped me make better decisions and pursue goals that once seemed out of reach. If you're currently where I was, tired, frustrated, and wondering if this is just how life feels now, I want you to know that it doesn't have to be this way. Your body has an amazing capacity to regenerate and re-energize when given the right support. These 10 habits aren't a quick fix or a miracle cure, but they are a proven path to sustainable energy and improved health. I'd love to hear which of these resonated most with you, or if you have questions about implementing any of these habits in your own life. Drop a comment below and let me know which one you're most excited to try first. And if you found this helpful, click subscribe for more evidence-based health strategies that actually work in real life. Remember, the journey to better health isn't about perfection. It's about consistent small changes that align with how your body naturally functions. Here's to your energy revolution.